Our planet, the solar system. The solar system is made up of all planets that orbit the Sun. The Sun is a star in the center of the solar system. 8 planets orbit the Sun. The Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun, and the Moon is its satellite. The Moon orbits the Sun. Celestial bodies are natural objects in the sky. The Sun, the planets, and satellites are all celestial bodies. If we classify the solar system's 8 planets from the biggest to the smallest in size, we would find ourselves with the following: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Earth, Venus, Mars, and Mercury. On the other hand, if we are interested in knowing which planet is the hottest or the coldest, we only need to look at the picture and see which planet is nearer to the Sun and which planet is the furthest away from the Sun. Mercury is the hottest planet because it is nearer than the other planets. The Moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. The Moon takes about 28 days to orbit the Earth, and it rotates on its axis at the same time. The bright part of the Moon is the part that the Sun is shining on. The Moon reflects the light from the Sun. From the Earth, we see this light reflection and think that the Moon changes shape. We call this phases of the Moon: new moon, crescent moon, first quarter, full moon, third quarter, and crescent moon. In the picture, you can see the phases. A solar eclipse is when the Moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, being the Sun not visible from the Earth. The Earth rotates on its axis, and this rotation is the reason why we have day and night. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The Sun shines on one half of the Earth, so it's day on this half of the Earth that is facing the Sun. It is night on the other half of the Earth that faces away from the Sun. The Earth's axis is tilted. When the Earth orbits the Sun, one hemisphere receives more light and heat than the other. This causes different climates on Earth and different seasons. The 4 seasons are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. When it is summer in the northern hemisphere, it is winter in the southern hemisphere. So when it is summer in Spain, it is winter in Australia. We use maps and globes to show the Earth. Maps show the Earth as flat. Globes show the Earth as round, sphere. Globes show us how the Earth is tilted on its axis. The equator is a line that goes horizontally around the Earth. Lines of latitude go horizontally around the Earth. We use these lines to measure distance from the equator. Lines of longitude go vertically around the Earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. We use these lines to measure how far east or west a place is. Spring begins in March in the northern hemisphere. At the start of spring, days and nights are the same length. Temperature increases and there is usually a lot of precipitation. At the end of the season, days are longer than nights. Plants start to grow flowers, and fruit and many animals reproduce in spring. Summer begins in June. At the start, the days are longer than the nights. The temperature is high and very little precipitation. At the end of the season, the days are shorter. Fruit is ready to eat. Autumn begins in September in the northern hemisphere. Days and nights are the same length at the start. There is a lot of precipitation and temperature decreases. At the end of the season, the nights are longer than the days. Deciduous trees start to lose their leaves, and many animals collect food for the winter. Winter begins in December. At the start, the days are shorter than nights. Temperature is low and there is usually some precipitation. At the end, days start to get longer. Deciduous trees lose their leaves and many animals hibernate. Climate is the usual weather in a place over a long period of time. Climates on Earth can be hot, cold, humid, or dry. Climate is influenced by latitude. The places nearer the equator have higher temperatures and more precipitation. Remember, climate is not the same as weather. Areas with Atlantic climate have mild temperature in summer, and it's cool in winter. There is a lot of precipitation all year round. Areas with Mediterranean climate have high temperatures in summer and mild during other seasons. There can be a lot of precipitation in autumn, but little precipitation during other seasons. Areas with continental climate have very high temperature in summer and very low in winter. Little precipitation but possibility of storms in summer. Mountain areas have a mountain climate, cool in summer and with very low temperatures in winter. A lot of precipitation and snow in winter too. The Canary Islands have a subtropical climate with high temperatures in summer and slight changes during other seasons. Very little precipitation too.